Klungett. We're so glad you're part of our team, and all of us are really thinking about the communities most impacted by the weather events we've had and are standing by to help them. So as you all know, I'm Michelle Roberts, and I lead the state's COVID-19 vaccine planning and distribution team. I'm really happy to share that we continue to make progress every day, getting more people vaccinated and protected against COVID-19. 80% of people age 12 and older have received at least one dose of vaccine. So thrilled we've crossed that 80% mark, and more than 73% of that age group is fully vaccinated. We're also now starting to get a better look at the number of kids who are getting vaccinated across our state, which is information that will be added to DOH's data dashboard website soon. Since eligibility expanded earlier this month, more than 60,000 kids between the ages 5 and 11 have received their first dose of Pfizer vaccine. What's great is our pediatric vaccine supply is also increasing every day, which means it's becoming easier for families to find vaccine locations near them. To date, we've ordered about 500,000 doses of pediatric vaccine, which includes an extra 50,000 doses we specifically requested from the federal government to help us keep up with demand. There couldn't be a better time to get your child vaccinated. If they get their first dose this week, they'll be fully vaccinated before the new year and much more protected from the worst outcomes of COVID illness. To schedule an appointment, you can reach out to your child's pediatrician, your healthcare provider, your local pharmacy, or mobile clinics. To find vaccine locations near you, visit the state's vaccine locator website or vaccines.gov. Type in your zip code, and at the top page, you can filter results to show Pfizer pediatric vaccine locations near you. If you have questions or need help, anybody can call the state's COVID-19 hotline at 833-VAX, V-A-X, HELP, H-E-L-P. And they can help you schedule an appointment or also get you to information if you have any questions. I'm going to switch now and talk a little bit about booster doses. So across the state, more and more people are getting their booster shots, further protecting themselves from getting sick. What we know is that more than 820,000 people have received an additional dose of COVID vaccine, and that includes both booster doses and third doses. We've recently been getting some questions about who should be getting a booster dose right now. People age 18 and older who receive the Johnson & Johnson vaccine should get a booster dose at least 2 months after getting the first dose. So that is all people age 18 and older who receive the J&J vaccine should get a booster dose at least 2 months after their first shot. For those who've received Pfizer or Moderna, it's recommended that you should get a booster at least 6 months after completing your primary vaccination series. If you're 65 and older, if you're 18 and 64 and through age 64 and live in a long-term care setting, or you're age 50 and older with an underlying medical condition that puts you at an increased risk, or that you're at an increased risk of social inequities. There's other groups that may receive a booster dose, including people age 18 to 64 with underlying medical conditions or who are at increased risk of social inequities, or people age 18 to 64 who live or work in high-risk settings. These recommendations are broad, so any individual can assess if they're at increased risk because of a health condition or because of their job or living situation. And those people and any of us can self-attest that we are eligible. Furthermore, if you're still unsure if a booster dose is right for you, you can talk to your trusted healthcare provider. We expect booster dose recommendations to continue to evolve at the federal level over the coming days, and we'll keep everybody updated if there is any changes. So in closing, if you have any questions about the COVID vaccine, please visit the Department of Health's Frequently Asked Questions page. We also have a new section there about vaccinating youth. And if you haven't been vaccinated yet, it is not too late. If you receive the J&J vaccine, you'll be fully vaccinated by the December holidays. And if you get a 2-dose vaccine, you'll be fully protected and ready to ring in the new year safely with family and friends. Thank you.
Thank you.